Okay, before anybody says anything about that last video I made, I did voiceovers about my husband and everything. No, I was never worried about him staying home with my children by himself because he was a good daddy. He just had a lot of mental health problems. All he did was lay on the couch and watch TV. He didn't speak hardly at all. He didn't really hardly get up unless he was hungry or had to use the bathroom. So I really wasn't worried about that part. It's just like he knew that I would react to anything that happened with him, I guess you'd say. So I don't know. I don't understand. I've never been through that. I've been through this specific thing with him several times. So I know when he's having a flare up, and he told me he told me beforehand that I'm having these nightmares of hurting one of you guys or hurting you or the kids, and I'm thinking, no, you would never do that because he's not that person. You know what I'm saying? He's not abusive. He's like a big teddy bear. He's a really loving, great father. He's a great husband. He's really good. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like I told the judge. She was like, so it was a medicine that put him in a bad spot mentally and just had a really rough day. And I was like, yes. That rough day made him serve 338 days in jail. And I don't see how that's fair, you know? The cops should have handled it differently than they did, you know? And I don't get on here and tell you every single thing that happened that night because I do respect my husband's privacy and everything else like that. I'm just telling you guys, if you have a loved one that suffers with manic and bipolar, that suffers with, mental health, take it seriously. Don't tell them that they're faking it. Really listen to them because, they're having a hard time up here. My husband would never be the type to try to take his life. He believes in God. He believes if you do that kind of stuff, you go to hell, And he did that on July 4th of 2024. I went to my mom's with my son for 4th of July to have a cookout, and he didn't want to come. So I was like, okay, fine, you can stay here, I guess. Because I didn't think he'd do anything because he's not that type of person, And then I get a phone call from my neighbor saying that he had his wrist, like he, instead of going this way on his wrist, he went like this. So it was like up and down. And he took one of my cutlery, like crafting round blade knives. Yeah, it was like a murder. I mean, I'm not going to say that, but it was like a traumatic murder scene when I got home. Like, and my 13-year-old son, he was 12 at the time, but is cleaning up the mess. And I was like, what in the heck? Like, are you kidding me? Are you seriously kidding me right now? Yep.